What is up, guys? So I just decided that, you know what? I know a disturbing amount about the US's public schools, like colleges, universities, etc. And so I figure, let me do something with that. So I made this little tier list. And I'm going to fill it out. That's kind of that's kind of it. If this is the first time you're seeing me because of the channel it's on, hi, I'm a UC. I'm a a VTuber. I do a lot of streaming stuff on Twitch. That'll be linked below. I'm gonna also have a main channel, which will be I'll have a little iCard and everything. Check me out there and subscribe because that's where I'm gonna be uploading a lot more than I upload on this channel. But yeah, that's kind of it. So let's just do this. So I have a few tiers here. We have all around banger. There's like the cream of the crop. The public school systems where if you get into one of those universities, you're set. It's fine. You're good. Multi-school powerhouse. Some hits, but there are a few that are kind of lackluster. One or two campus wonders. They might have one that really gets it right, like one cream of the fucking crop, but everything else is just ugh. Okay, I guess in general fine. Could be worse. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like could be worse. That's a little bit worse. I wouldn't want to go there, but I wouldn't. It wouldn't be the end of the world. It was a last resort. I would be a little embarrassed to say I went there. And why do you exist at all? Is it's such a shit system, like such a bad university system that why even exist? And then ASU at the bottom because I mean that one I feel should be pretty obvious. So let's start. So Arizona State obviously is going to go in the Arizona State tier. Auburn University, that one's in Alabama. I'm gonna say one or two campus wonder, because the main Auburn campus is fucking amazing. Like the main Auburn institution is really good, but there are other ones. Ball State, which is Ball State's Indiana. I'd say it's fine. Boise State, same thing there because it's like kind of not even the secondary, like the tertiary Idaho one. So it's California State. I'm gonna put in one or two campus wonder. Sorry, because there is like one or two good ones, but there's a lot of it's like 50 bullshit schools. What Colorado School of Mines? I think I'm supposed to be, but I think it's so big that it got kind of cut off. I can go okay, I guess. CUNY, I'm gonna put in multi-school powerhouse. City University of New York, which is New York City. They have a bunch of really good ones. There are some lackluster, but I mean, like John Jay, stuff like that. I don't think you can really go wrong on that front. Like everything, all things considered, I think they're pretty good. Colorado State, I'll put in one or two campus wonder. I think that they do have some decent ones. Connecticut State Universities could be worse. They're all those. That's like Western Connecticut and Southern Connecticut State University. Like all those ones are kind of bullshit. Florida college system as a whole, I'm gonna put in could be worse because I do have some of Florida's other schools I did include separately because there's such a difference in the quality. Florida State, I'm gonna put in one or two campus powerhouse. Like they do have some pretty good schools. Georgia Tech, that's a single institution, but I think we can put that one. I think we can put that one multi-school powerhouse. Idaho State, we're gonna go okay, I guess. It's decent. Nothing to write home about, but it's okay. Indiana State, see that one's hard because on the one hand, especially when they used to have IUPUI, Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis, I would have given it a high rating. But right now, the way it is, I mean, Bloomington's pretty good. So I think we'll put that in one or two campus wonder. Iowa State, okay, I guess. I think that University of Iowa kind of already deals with what they did. Same thing with Kansas State. I mean, they're fine. They're not that crazy, but there's definitely much better schools in those states to go to. Keene University, which is a New Jersey-based one. Um, I didn't even know until I was checking for this that they have multiple campuses. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna say it could be worse because it's a mediocre school at best, and even then, like it doesn't need all the campuses it has. Kent State, I'm gonna put in a 1 or 2 campus wonder. Like they're doing pretty good. Kentucky State could be worse. Could be worse. The Massachusetts State University system, I'd say last resort. I think that, I mean, come on. Try to get into University of Massachusetts. It's not that hard. I've seen really, in all honesty, I've seen really stupid people get into UMass. So, Miami, that's an Ohio one. I'll say it's I'd say it's a power. It's a 1 or 2 wonder. Michigan State. That one's a tough one. Because I think pretty positively of the school overall, but I don't want that to kind of get in the way. So we'll put that 1 or 2 campus wonder. But I might come back to that one. Minnesota State Universities. There. Okay, there's University of Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota State. I'd say last resort. Same thing with UMass. I mean, couldn't get into University of Minnesota. I feel like that's kind of. Mississippi State. Could be worse. Montana University system. For the resources that they have, being Montana, I'd say they do pretty good. I think they handle it well. New College of Florida. Okay, this is the first separate Florida one I was talking about. New College. Could be worse. Nothing really to write home about. New Mexico State, I'll say is okay. North Dakota University system. This one's going to be controversial. But I genuinely think that they're like, you know what? No, I'm not even going to put it low. Let me move these around a little bit. I will go as far as to say that I think it is about equal to Michigan State, Indiana University. Like North Dakota is a sleeper. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, I think this one's Northern Mariana. As you can see, the logo is very tiny and kind of hard to read. It's fine. It serves its purpose. Nebraska State College System. University of Nebraska is right there. I mean, I do as far as say no point in that one even existing. Ohio State, that's a multi-campus powerhouse, like multi-school powerhouse. Like, I would genuinely consider going there, if I would ever toy with the idea of going to Ohio. That's not even like, oh, Ohio. That's just a whole separate thing. Oklahoma State. I think University of Oklahoma honestly kind of fills the niche, so I'll say last resort. Oregon State's decent. I can go with okay, I guess. Penn State, that's going to be our first all-around banger of this. Like, actually, well, because the issue with that is that they have like 20-something campuses, and realistically, only maybe 4 or 5 of them are that good. You know what? No, it's not going to be an all-around banger. As much as I would love to do that, it's going to go in multi-school powerhouse. But I say it's going to go ahead of both CUNY and Georgia Tech. Only put Ohio State there. Purdue, that's another multi-school powerhouse. I'm going to put that in front of I'm going to put that next to Penn State. I went to Purdue for a year. It was really good. I loved it. It's a T50, can't go wrong. Rowan University, this is a New Jersey one, and honestly, I know people go to Rowan, and I have nothing against Rowan itself, but it does not need satellite campuses. It would have been if it was just its own singular thing. I would have given it considered a much higher rating, but in the state as it is, I don't think it needs to be a system. So I'm going to put in why do you exist at all. Rowan as its own school again is perfectly fine. I've been there, I've gone there, I've visited. I'll give it all the accolades it deserves. But it simply does not need to be any sort of a system. Rutgers, again, we're gonna put them 1 or 2 campus wonder, but we're gonna put that ahead of California State, because the thing with Rutgers is you have 3 campuses, right? You have New Brunswick, which is the really, really, really good one. And then you have Newark and Camden, which, I mean, they serve their purposes, but comparatively, compared to New Brunswick, it's kind of mediocre. So I'm going to put in one or two Campus Wonder because, yeah. South Dakota State, again, I'm going to say it's a sleeper. Like, you guys, people sleep on the Great Plains ones. I'm going to put it ahead of, Montana. Yeah, I'm going to put it ahead of Montana behind Miami. All right, let's see. What's this one? Southern University A&M Colleges. So this is Louisiana. They're okay. I mean, I don't think there's particularly anything that you can. I don't think there's anything to particularly write home about with them, but. Oh, sorry, hiccup. I don't think there's anything to write home about with it, but it's fine. It serves its purpose. SUNY State University of New York. Again, multi-school powerhouse. It's going to go ahead of CUNY. But, I mean, you know, you got Albany, Stony Brook, Buffalo, Binghamton, Purchase, New Paltz, Alfred State. Like, it's just hit after hit. Like, no, I was going to say I might even put them ahead of Ohio State, but I don't think. They're like, right on the edge of kind of beating out Ohio State, I'd say. Let's see. Tennessee State, could be worse. Personally, I think that, I mean, I don't see there as being that much harder to just get into University of Tennessee. But, again, you know, I'm not the arbiter of that. And so it could be worse, but it's a fine school. You know, no complaints for going there at the end of the day. Texas State University system, I'm going to, again, have to put last resort because Texas has 4 other systems. As you can see here, you know, you got Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and University of Texas. And then Houston has its own. So if you had to go to, like... if you end up going Texas State, I'm just more confused as like what kind of led to that. Like, not even in a mean way, just like a genuine question, like how did that kind of come to be? Anyhow, Texas A&M University system. Again, we're gonna go multi-school powerhouse. We're gonna put it behind SUNY, because Texas A&M. And I'm sure a lot of you know that too, is a pretty good school. Anyways, State University System of Florida. This one's hard because I did separate a few out of this one. Like Central Florida. I actually noted up here which ones I separate out. Yeah, Central Florida, Southern Florida, and Florida State. I separated out. In University of Florida, I separated out a bunch of them because they like. The problem is that a lot of the really good ones kind of lift up an otherwise mediocre system, which is why I separated them out. So the University of Florida system without those additions could be worse. You know, they're fine schools, but nothing that crazy. Texas Tech. Texas Tech is fine. Nothing that crazy. University of North Carolina system, one campus wonder. I'm gonna put it ahead of. I'm gonna put it there. Like, they have like 2 really good ones and then a bunch of mediocre ones. University of Wisconsin, Wisconsin system, one hit. Like, you got Madison and that's really it. University of Alabama system, I mean, it's nothing that crazy. I mean, I'll put it ahead of Keene. What's this one? I can barely see. University of Alaska. It's okay. I mean, even with that, Fairbanks kind of carries it, but University of Alabama. Sorry, not Alabama. Oh my God. University of Arkansas. You know what? I'm gonna save that one for later because that's a genuinely tough one to do. University of California. I think that's our first all-around banger. I mean, you got Irvine, UCLA, Berkeley. Like, go. Everything's good. And, you know, I will say Merced's a little lackluster. But overall, I'm going to put University of California, the UC system, as the first all-around banger on this tier list. Central Florida, I'm going to put... Central Florida, I mean, I know it's a single campus, but it's going to... I'm gonna put in 1 or 2 Campus Wonder, and you know what? I'm gonna put it ahead of North Dakota. It's pretty good. University of Colorado. Now the issue here is that you have 3 campuses, right? You have Denver, Colorado Springs, and Boulder. Boulder is 10 out of 10. Colorado Springs, you know, it'll go in 1 hit. I'll put it ahead of Wisconsin because it's a 1 hit. But it's Denver really drags it down, honestly. University of Delaware, it's okay. Like nothing to write home about. It's fine. If you go there, good on you. University of Connecticut, this one is gonna go in 1 or 2 hit because UConn Stores absolutely carries it, like to an insane extent. Let's see what else. Let's go a little bit further down. Oh my God, some of these are really pixelated. University of Puerto Rico, I think it's 1 hit. I'm gonna say it's 1 hit. University of Houston system, I don't think there's any point of it existing. Consolidate with one of the other ones. Texas Tech, Texas State, even University of Texas. Like I don't, or Northern Texas. I just don't see why Houston. Northern Texas wouldn't make sense, but I just simply don't understand why Houston has its own independently operating system. University of Kansas, where it's gonna go on 1 or 2 Campus Wonder. Like I think that genuinely a lot of people sleep on the University of Kansas, like just like they do with North Dakota, South Dakota. Like you wouldn't think, but they go pretty hard. Same thing with University of Kentucky. They're both sleeper schools. Like you guys would not believe. Should we go with next? University of Massachusetts. We're gonna go 1 or 2 Wonder because I mean, what you got Amherst and you got Lowell and everything else is eh. I know I'm not talking about Amherst College, of course. University of DC. You'd be a lot better off going to Maryland or Virginia than just staying in DC. Just in my opinion. Michigan, we're going to go 1 or 2 Campus Wonder, but we're going to go like above California State next to Rutgers. You know, no, I'd go as far as to say that, you know what? This is going to be a controversial take, but I'm going to say that it goes at the top of the 1 or 2 Campus Wonders because Ann Arbor is just such a good school. Like, I cannot even vocalize how good it is. Let's see. Arkansas's fine. Could be worse. Under State University System of Florida. University of Florida. I'm going to go as far as to say that I'm going to put it right there behind University of North Carolina because it's pretty good, I will say. University of Louisiana system, it's fine. Nothing to write home about. Not that crazy. Nothing insane going on there. University of Illinois system, this is a tough one because there is some carrying going on, especially with with University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. I'll say it goes after UConn. I'd say it goes between UConn and North Carolina. That seems pretty fair. And, you know, SAIC is fine. University of Idaho. Yeah, it's fine. University of Minnesota, because of Twin Cities, it's going to go... Yeah, I'll say it goes between Wisconsin and Puerto Rico. It's fine. It's a one-campus powerhouse. University of Mississippi. Could be worse. University of Hawaii, I'd place between Delaware and Louisiana. You know, it's not that crazy. I mean, it's kind of the only choice you have if you're over there, but I digress. University of Guam gets the job done. Nothing else really to say about it. University of Iowa, again, like I've said before, sleeper. People really don't expect the plain schools. They are fucking. They will surprise you. Nebraska, again, this is gonna be from what I've talked to with people, because yes, I talk to people about stuff like this. This might be a little controversial, but I'd even because of Lincoln, it's going to be 1 or 2 campus wonder, and I'm even going to put it ahead of Wisconsin. Like, Nebraska Lincoln's really good. Maine could be worse. You know, honestly, just go to University of New Hampshire, because a lot of New England schools do like in-state pricing for New England schools anyways. So I'd say just do New Hampshire or Massachusetts, honestly. Like, I mean, like in Maine, Farmington's fine. But other than that, it's just kind of you know. University of Memphis, that's another Tennessee one. It gets the job done. But quite frankly, you know what? Actually, let me rearrange this a little bit. I'm going to move Colorado School of Mines down. But University of Memphis, I think it would be a lot better if they just included it as part of, if they just absorbed it into the University of Tennessee system. Which, I'm going to say, powerhouse. They're a powerhouse. Like, you don't expect that from them, but they're pretty good. Oh my god, I can barely read this one. Ugh. University of Missouri. Now, I had to make a decision when I was doing Missouri because they do a lot of stupid shit. But could be worse. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I screwed something up. Hold on. Could be worse. Honestly, if you went to one of the other Missouri ones, I'd say that would be a lot better for you. University of Texas system, multi-school powerhouse. Again, UT Austin especially, just insane. University of Louisville, tough one. I'm going to put that just behind University of North Carolina. University of New Mexico, it's fine. Gets the job done. Not much else I can say about it. University of Oklahoma, could be worse. But that's just because of the way that Oklahoma distributes its budget. University of Oregon, one campus wonder. Like, that one's kind of tough to explain, but just trust me on that one. URI, Rhode Island, it's fine. I'll say it is, I'd say it's on par with Hawaii and Delaware, but nothing really that crazy. It's a fine school, but it's not really one I'd say that you should consider unless you already live in the Northeast. It's just really not that worth it. South Carolina, because of Columbia, that's going to be a one campus wonder, and we're going to place it ahead of Minnesota. University of South Dakota is actually not as good as South Dakota State, so we're going to put it in okay, I guess. Put it behind New Mexico. University of Southern Mississippi, it's fine. It's serviceable. I'd even go as far as to say that it is a little bit better than mainline Mississippi, which I need to find where I place it. So I'm going to put it in okay, I guess. University of South Florida, again, one of the Florida ones, that's just insane for no reason. So I'm even going to put it in multi-school powerhouse, even though it's its own individual school. Vermont, University of Vermont. I'm going to put it, I'm even going to put it above Purdue. Like, no, I'll put it after Purdue. It's like third there. But University of Vermont is insane, and especially how choosy they are, like, absolutely insane for a state school. University of Virginia, again, that's going to be a multi-school powerhouse. We're going to put it after Texas, but, you know, let me move Georgia down. Like, University of Virginia can get really good. University of Washington, it's fine, does its job. That's all there really is to it. University of Wyoming, same thing. Nothing to write home about. It's not that crazy. Oh, my God. All right, University of Georgia, I believe this one is, or like something along those lines, you know. I can't really read this logo. It's fine. That's it. University of North Texas system. Honestly, I think they could just combine it with University of Texas system, and that would be a lot better, but I'd say that a lot of people sleep on it, in my personal opinion. So I'll put it above Alaska. I mean, Fairbanks does do a lot there, but not enough. Okay, Utah System of Higher Education. They don't have an actual name for their thing, but that's the university system for Utah. Could be worse. You know, it's what they got, and that's fine. And I'm not gonna, you know, it's not the end of the world to get a degree from there, but it's mediocre. University of Maryland system. Well, College Park. It's a one hit. It's a one hit wonder. But I will go as far as to say that, you know, let me do a little bit of reorganizing on this one. Let me move Montana down here. See, Maryland's a pretty good one. I'd even go as far as to put it ahead of Miami. Yeah. University of the Virgin Islands. Again, it does what it needs to do. It's serving a purpose that nobody else can fill. Vermont State Colleges. Could be worse. But that's not that crazy. Washington State. I feel like the University of Washington fulfills their purpose just fine. So I don't think it. I'd say it's like a last resort, because not even in a bad way. It's just its purpose is far better served by UW instead of WSU. All right, we're down to two more. West Virginia State. Could be worse. And West Virginia University, for where it is, it's a one hit. Morgansville, I believe, is the campus I'm thinking of. It's pretty good. So yeah, here we go. We got one all-around banger. UC, the California system. Multi-school powerhouse. We got Penn State, Purdue, Vermont, Ohio State, SUNY, Texas A&M, CUNY, UT, Texas, Virginia, South Florida, Georgia Institute of Technology. And then there's a lot more in all these. And I just don't like it. I just don't like ASU, quite frankly. Here you go. This is that's my full ranking. Let me zoom out. Maybe you can see a little bit better. Kinda, not really. Yeah, that's kind of it. So, thank you. Bye.